Welcome back to the Engineered Angler. Today we're going to do some fishing, but we're going to use a different kind of vehicle to get to the water. Let me show you. All right, we're going e-bike. We're going to use this electric bike to get us to the spots on the beach. And this is a bike from Andsky. Andsky contacted me and said, hey, we really like the way your videos explore the technical parts of products and show it in a fun way. So when they offered to send me this, I said, hell yes. It's a folding bike. It's easier to get on because it has the open frame. There's a rack in the back. The tires are nice, big, fat tires. And hopefully they got good tread. We're gonna take this on some sugar sand on the beach. Let's get it open. All right, check it out. This is the rack that goes on the back. Look how wide that is. That's gonna be perfect for either a cooler or my tackle box, or both. Let's see. I'm not even sure what color it is. It runs off of 48 volts. The battery is a 16 amp hour battery. It's got 20-inch wheels and the tires are 4 inches wide. It's powered by a 750 watt brushless gear motor. Max speed 28 miles an hour. Way too fast for the beach. Got hydraulic brakes, 7 speeds. It's all aluminum. It comes with a taillight and a front light. And it has a nice LCD dashboard, which I really love about electric bikes. And it folds down to 37 inches by 32 inches. So I can just lay it right in the back of my car. Let's get this thing assembled. Definitely good packaging. Really impressed with it so far. And now we need to unfold this guy. And we drop the handlebars into the handlebar collar. I thought it was going to be a slightly scaled down model, but it is not scaled down at all. Look at the height of these handlebars. Now, they're actually comfortable there. It's just surprising. I think these things are really designed for, you know, the European stature and maybe not so much for the Latin altitude or lack altitude here. But I think I'm going to be pretty comfortable on it. I can step into it real easy. That's a really nice, comfortable position, believe it or not. Am I the only one who cuts off zip ties and then goes, huh, that's actually still usable. So as far as fit and finish, I'm pretty impressed. These welds are super uniform. There's no pit holes. They look like they're properly done. Nice and even, really clean welds everywhere. Actually, I was been looking for that out of position weld that just didn't come out right, and I am not finding it. It all looks really good. Pretty impressed with this. Now the finish looks like, I'm not sure if it's anodizing or powder coating, but it could have been just dipped in paint. I don't know. There's a nice chain guard here to keep anything from kind of falling into it. And then these 7 rear gears, which gives you 7 speeds. Now, this is impressive. This is actually an aluminum wheel. This is not plastic or any kind of carbon infused plastic or anything like that. This is an all aluminum wheel. It looks like something off a small motorcycle or something. Some nice looking disc brakes. Pretty impressive. All right, so I want to pull the battery out and just take a look at that. So what it has is this little sprung lever here that you push up and tilts the seat up, which is kind of nice. And with the key in there, you unlock it, it pulls a little pin out, and you should be able to just lift it straight out. Nice. This weighs probably, I'm gonna say 12 to 14 pounds. It's got a nice carrying handle. It does not have the ubiquitous light that everyone puts on everything, but that's fine. I don't need a 15-pound flashlight. And it slides right back in. Make sure it's nicely seated, and then you can just lock it back in and it won't come out. All right, it's assembled. Look at this cargo rack. Is that huge or what? Is it too big? What do you guys think? Man, it'll definitely hold a cooler. That is awesome. Plus you've got these really good vertical bars here to run straps across. This is gonna be a beach fishing machine. And it says max load is 13 kilograms. That's something like 28 pounds, I think. All right, I've got these rod holders. I'm gonna put one on either side, and I've got some little aluminum U-brackets. And the little rail on the cargo rack works perfect for a mounting spot. All right, I'll put one on the other side too. The weather forced me to postpone the trip the next day, but it turned out to be a really pretty day. Well, it's the next day. I got this thing packed in here. We're here at the beach, and It's the windiest doggone day I could have picked, but it is what it is. Let me get this out, we'll rig it up, and we'll run on down the dunes to the beach. All right, it's set up. I'm just gonna ride it over the dunes over there, and then I'll give you a tour of all the features. All right, so here's the dashboard. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm looking at here. But you got a speedometer, you got a odometer, and then that number 2 in the middle there is essentially the setting for the power. And you've got pedal assist, and it goes from 1 to 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the throttle is right here, just like on a motorcycle. The pedal assist settings are really nice because essentially what it does is set the maximum power. So if you set it on 1, you're gonna go about 5 to 6 miles an hour max, and then incrementally up all the way up to almost 30 miles an hour on the 5 setting. Now the actual pedal assist, I'm not super hyped on. It works, but it's a little tweaky. You set it on 1 and it does pretty good. If you set it on 2 or more, the minute you start to pedal, it really accelerates. So it's just a little bit much. I much prefer the twist throttle. It feathers in really nicely and it's very easy to control. And there's a couple other nice features. Of course, we got a headlight that's really nice and bright. We actually have turn signals that are impossible to see in this sunlight. And believe it or not, we've got a little horn. All right, let's see how it does on this sugar sand. Well, that's about as good as you can expect. I didn't wipe out. Got a little loose there a couple times, but this is super soft stuff. I'm trying to go slow, so I'm not like just racing through it. Who likes the water? Now I've got my mind set on getting over there to the Atlantic. I've got to run down the edge of the intercoastal and then down underneath this bridge. All right, well, as you can tell by the kite boarders, it's definitely howling out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the inside water, and we'll do some fishing in there, see what happens. All right, I brought some shrimp. Let's see how we do. The bike actually turns into my rod holder as I wait for a bite. I'm seeing a lot of flashes right in here, and it's bait fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a lure. Look at all these finger mullet. It's just absolutely a ton of them right here. If I had a cast net, I can get my weight in finger mullet here. All right, guys, well, it looks like the fish have lockjaw. I haven't caught anything, not even a bite. I think the only thing eating the shrimp is the crabs out there. I'm gonna keep fishing for a little while longer. I've been here about an hour, but my patience is wearing thin. I'll see you guys next week for some lure painting, and I plan to actually silver plate some topwater lures. If you want to see me actually catching fish, click on this video.